Capricorn, sometimes a house feels too small, not because the rooms have shrunk, but because your spirit has grown. The walls around you have carried your secrets, your struggles, and your victories. They have heard your laughter echo at midnight, and they have absorbed the weight of your tears when no one was watching. But now, the air feels heavier. The corners feel crowded. And deep within, you know this truth. This is not your final stop. Your soul has already started packing before your hands have touched a single box. There's a gentle push, an invisible hand guiding you toward doors you have not yet opened, windows you have not yet looked through, and keys that are waiting to be placed into your palm. Capricorn, this present house has served you. It was a shelter, a chapter, a resting place. But it is not the ending of your story. A better home is on its way. One that matches the size of your destiny, one that feels like peace, one that carries the fragrance of new beginnings. Before we journey deeper, make this your declaration in the comments. My better home is coming. Write it once and let the universe begin aligning the path to your next dwelling. The house that holds your past. Capricorn, take a quiet moment and look at the space you call home today. Every corner, every wall, every door has a story attached to it. Some stories carry light, like the laughter that once filled the air, the meals shared at the table, or the times when joy visited you unexpectedly. But other stories feel heavy. The house has also carried your silence, your sleepless nights, and the weight of your thoughts when you wondered how long things would remain this way. Your walls have been witnesses. They have heard whispered prayers in the middle of the night. They have held the sound of arguments when tension was too strong to hide. Your roof has covered you through storms, both the storms in the sky and the storms in your heart. Your floor has carried your steps when you were weary, when you could barely stand, when life felt too heavy to walk through. But Capricorn, here's what you must know. This house was never meant to be your final destination. It was never designed to hold the fullness of who you are becoming. It was a training ground, a shelter that carried you in one season so you could survive, learn, and grow. It was not punishment, it was preparation. Think of it as a cocoon. The cocoon may be tight, dark, and limiting, but it is also protective. It keeps the butterfly safe while its wings are being formed. Yet, once the wings are ready, the cocoon can no longer contain it. The butterfly must break free and fly. This house, Capricorn, has been your cocoon. It gave you shelter when you were fragile, comfort when you were still finding your strength, and safety when life outside felt uncertain. But now, your spirit is growing wings. The space you live in today cannot hold the greatness that is unfolding inside of you. Your past is written in these walls, but your future is calling you beyond them. This house has done its part. It has served its purpose, but it cannot be your forever home. Capricorn, let us speak about the feeling inside of you that you cannot quite put into words. Lately, you've walked through your home and noticed how the air feels different. The walls are the same, the furniture is unchanged, yet your spirit does not rest the way it once did. You sit down, but it feels as though something is nudging you to stand. You lie in bed, but your thoughts are restless, reaching for something beyond what you can see. This restlessness is not a mistake. It is not dissatisfaction. It is not that you are ungrateful for what you have. It is a holy stirring, a quiet reminder from the divine that you were not made to stay here forever. When heaven is preparing someone for a move, the process rarely begins outside of them. It begins inside. God plants a longing deep within the heart. It starts as a whisper, a gentle ache, a soft unease that cannot be ignored. It shows up in your thoughts when you look at your surroundings and say, "This no longer feels like home." Capricorn, you are experiencing that exact stirring. It is heaven's voice within you saying, "You are outgrowing this space. The chapter you are in has served its purpose, but now I am leading you into something new." Think about how a bird knows when it is time to leave the nest. No one has to tell it. The air shifts, the wings strengthen, the inner push becomes undeniable. In the same way, your spirit knows when it is time to step forward. You may not yet know where the new house is, or how you will get there, but your soul has already received the announcement that change is near. This stirring shows up in different ways. You may feel restless at night, as if something is waiting for you beyond your current walls. You may catch yourself imagining a space you've never seen, a doorway you've never walked through, a window that lets in a softer kind of light. You may even notice that the comfort of your present house feels smaller now, almost like shoes that no longer fit your feet. Do not ignore these signs, Capricorn. The unease you feel is not failure. It is alignment. It is your destiny pulling you forward. It is a sacred reminder that you are too big for this season, too full of promise to remain where you are. When God prepares to move you, He does not only change your environment, He changes your perspective. He allows you to see that what once felt permanent is now temporary. He removes the attachment so that you can walk into freedom without fear. That is why you are feeling the way you do. The divine is loosening your roots, preparing you for transplantation into richer soil. Capricorn, trust this stirring. It is not meant to harm you or confuse you. It is meant to awaken you. It is the voice of heaven saying, "Get ready, for something greater is on the horizon. Your better home awaits." And when the stirring feels uncomfortable, remember this: it is only proof that you are being shifted into alignment with the life you are always meant to live. Capricorn, let us pause and talk about the dream that keeps returning to you. There is a house you have seen, not always with your physical eyes, but deep within your spirit. It is the house where you finally feel at rest. The house where peace is not just a visitor, but a permanent resident. Imagine walking through its doorway. The moment you step inside, the air feels different, lighter, fresher, filled with an energy that tells you, you belong here. Sunlight doesn't just filter through the windows, it cascades in like liquid gold, touching every corner with warmth. Even the silence inside feels alive, healing, gentle, and safe. This is not the silence of emptiness. It is the silence of peace. Perhaps you've pictured yourself there before, sitting by a window with a cup in your hand, watching the day unfold without the weight of worry pressing against your chest. Or maybe you've imagined the laughter of your loved ones filling the rooms, echoing in a way that feels like music, not chaos. You may have even dreamed of standing in the doorway, breathing in air that feels like freedom itself. Capricorn, these visions are not random. They are not wishful fantasies. They are glimpses of your destiny. They are previews sent by the divine, reminders that your present house is not your final stop. When God is preparing a new chapter, He often allows you to see flashes of it ahead of time. Not to frustrate you, but to awaken hope inside of you. This is why your current house feels smaller now. It's not that the walls have shrunk, it's that your spirit has expanded. You cannot force yourself to feel settled in a space that no longer matches the size of your calling. Every time you try to convince yourself to be comfortable, your soul whispers back, "This is not it. There is more." Think of it like a traveler who stays in an inn for the night. The inn is fine. It gives you shelter and rest, but you never confuse it for home. You don't decorate the walls, you don't pack everything, because you know you are passing through. Capricorn, your present house has been an inn, a temporary shelter, a place to pause. But your soul already knows where true belonging waits. And here is something powerful. Your imagination is not a random wanderer. It is a messenger. Each time you see yourself in a brighter, calmer, freer house, it is your future calling to you. Your spirit is rehearsing for what your body has not yet experienced. That is why the dream feels so vivid. It is more than a dream. It is alignment. Capricorn, think of the times you've walked into someone else's house and thought to yourself, "One day, I will have a place like this." That thought did not rise from envy, it rose from prophecy. It was your soul recognizing a blueprint of what is possible. It was the divine whispering, "This too shall be yours in time." You see, the house you dream about is not just built of bricks and wood. It is built of purpose. It is built of answered prayers. It is built of the lessons you've carried, the battles you've survived, the faith that kept you standing. That's why when you imagine it, it feels so right. because it is tailored to the journey you've walked. And soon, Capricorn, the dream will no longer be confined to your imagination. The keys will be in your hand. The door will open, and the peace you once pictured will become the peace you breathe every morning. Do not dismiss this dream as impossible. It is not a fantasy. It is a preview of the life that is waiting for you. Very soon, you will not just dream of this house, you will wake up inside of it. Capricorn, maybe this question has lived in your heart. If a better home is truly waiting for me, why hasn't it come yet? Why am I still here, looking at the same walls, sleeping under the same roof? It is a question born from both hope and frustration. And the truth is this: delays are not denials. Sometimes the path slows not to break you, but to strengthen you. The waiting seasons were never punishment, they were preparation. For many of you, the first obstacle has been finances. Bills piled high, unexpected expenses stole your savings, opportunities slipped away just when you thought you had enough. You worked, you prayed, you planned, but it seemed as if the door to a new house stayed locked. Yet even in those struggles, you were being trained. You were learning discipline, patience, and how to handle provision wisely. The lessons you learned in lack will become the wisdom that helps you sustain abundance. Another obstacle has been responsibility. Perhaps you carried family on your shoulders, caring for others while putting your own dreams on hold. You stayed because you had to be strong for those around you. You stayed because timing did not allow you to move when you wanted to. But hear this, Capricorn, those sacrifices will not go unnoticed. Every act of patience, every season of endurance has been recorded. And when the time comes to step into your better home, you will not enter empty-handed. You will carry honor, strength, and blessings with you. There were also unexpected setbacks, things you could not plan for. A job loss, a health challenge, a betrayal that drained your strength. These moments chained you to your current space, not because you lacked faith, but because life storms forced you to pause. Yet, even those storms served a higher purpose. They kept you from walking into the wrong place too soon. They shielded you from moving into houses that looked good on the outside, but carried burdens you could not see. Capricorn, every closed door, every unanswered application, every opportunity that slipped away, it was not rejection. It was redirection. The universe was whispering, not this one, not yet. The right home is still being prepared for you. Think of it this way. Would you plant a seed in soil that has not yet been prepared? No, you would wait until the ground was ready, until the conditions were right, until the soil could sustain growth. That is what heaven has been doing for you. The waiting has been the preparation of your soil. So do not see the obstacles as enemies. See them as guardians. They kept you in place until the path to your better house was clear. They prevented you from settling in spaces that were never meant for you. Capricorn, the delays were never meant to break you. They were meant to align you. And soon, the very obstacles that tried to chain you will become the testimony that proves nothing can cancel what heaven has already written for your life. Signs your move is near. Capricorn, when a new house is being prepared for you, the universe does not leave you blind. Heaven begins to send gentle signs, quiet clues that whisper, "Get ready, the time is closer than you think." These signs often appear so naturally that you might overlook them, but once you recognize them, you will know they are breadcrumbs guiding you to your promised dwelling. The first sign is a deep discontent with your current space, even if nothing has changed. The furniture is the same, the walls are the same, but suddenly the place feels too small, too heavy, or too crowded for your spirit. It's not that the house has become worse, it's that you have outgrown it. Your soul begins to feel restless because it already senses that your time here is ending. This discomfort is not a burden, it is a divine signal saying you are preparing to move forward. Another sign is the appearance of unexpected opportunities. You may suddenly receive financial help from a source you never considered. A new job may be offered to you, one that increases your stability and opens doors for growth. You might receive news of an investment maturing, a debt being cleared, or a resource being released right when you need it. These are not accidents. They are heaven's way of clearing the path, placing in your hands what you will need to step into your better home. Capricorn, you will also notice that doors you once knocked on begin to open easily. Where once you heard no or faced delay, now things begin to align smoothly. The landlord who wouldn't call you back suddenly reaches out. The opportunity you thought was gone reappears in a new form. Paths that once seemed blocked now open wide. This shift is a clear message that the timing has changed. What was once withheld is now being released because the season has arrived. Another powerful sign is that new connections begin to appear in your life. You start meeting people who speak about neighborhoods you've never considered, who share knowledge that guides you, or who invite you into spaces that expand your vision of what is possible. These people are not random. They are divine messengers placed on your path to guide your steps. They may suggest locations, point you toward opportunities, or even open doors that you could not open on your own. Capricorn, when you begin to notice these signs all around you, understand that they are not coincidences. They are alignments. They are the universe handing you a map, showing you the trail that leads to your promised dwelling. Pay attention to your restlessness. Watch for the opportunities. Recognize the doors opening. Welcome the people who are sent to guide you. Together, these signs form a path of light, leading you away from your current house and into the home that has been waiting for you all along. Capricorn, a house is not just walls, windows, and a roof. It is far more than bricks and paint. A house carries energy. It holds atmosphere. It becomes a spirit of its own. The space you live in either weighs you down or lifts you higher. It either keeps you trapped in yesterday or helps you step into tomorrow. This is why your next house will not just be bigger, not just prettier, not just more comfortable. It will be aligned with your destiny. It will match the new chapter of your life in a way your current space never could. Picture yourself walking into this new home. The moment your feet touch the floor, you feel lighter. Your body relaxes, your breath deepens, and you sense something powerful. I am safe here. I belong here. The energy will not fight you. It will embrace you. Every room will carry peace instead of heaviness. Every corner will whisper encouragement instead of echoing sorrow. This new house will be the place where your laughter flows freely, not choked by stress or overshadowed by fear. You will hear yourself laugh louder, clearer, and with a freedom you may not have felt in years. The sound of joy will settle into the walls, replacing the silence of weariness that once surrounded you. It will also be the place where your prayers rise stronger. In your current house, your prayers may have often been cries for survival, pleas for strength, for relief, for answers. But in your new home, your prayers will not only be requests, they will be declarations. They will rise like incense, filled with faith, filled with gratitude, filled with vision for what is still to come. Your new house will not only shelter your body, it will empower your spirit. And most importantly, Capricorn, this new dwelling will protect your peace. No more constant interruptions from energy that pulls you backward. No more weight pressing down on your spirit. In this place, you will wake up in the morning and feel harmony instead of heaviness. You will rest at night and feel safe instead of restless. This house will not fight against you. It will flow with you. Capricorn, your new home is not just a shelter. It is a sanctuary. It is not just a building. It is a spiritual promise. It is the womb of new beginnings, where dreams will be conceived, where healing will take root, and where blessings will multiply. Every detail of this house is being prepared to align with your journey. It will be the soil where your destiny grows. And when you step inside, you will understand that this was never just about moving to a new address. It was about stepping into the environment designed for your next level of life. Prepare to step into it. Capricorn, before you can step into the house that has been promised to you, there is something important you must do. You must prepare yourself, spiritually, emotionally, and even physically. A new home is not only about moving furniture, it is about moving your heart into a higher space of faith, readiness, and alignment. The first step is to clear out the clutter in your current space. This is not just about cleaning or organizing, it is about releasing what no longer serves you. Every object you remove, every unnecessary item you let go of, becomes a symbol. It says, I am making room for what is coming. I will not carry the weight of the old into the new. By clearing out the old, you are showing the universe that you are ready to welcome the new. The second step is to speak gratitude over your present home. Yes, it may feel heavy now. Yes, you may be restless within its walls. But never forget, this house carried you when you needed shelter. It kept you safe when you were vulnerable. It gave you a place to stand even when everything around you felt uncertain. Before you move forward, bless this house with your words. Say, thank you for protecting me. Thank you for carrying me through this chapter. I release you with peace. Gratitude seals the past, and gratitude opens the door to the future. And most importantly, Capricorn, you must declare daily with your voice, I am ready for my better home. Do not just think it, speak it. When you declare with your mouth, you send a vibration into the atmosphere. You send a signal into the unseen that says, I am prepared, I am waiting, I am aligned. Every declaration you make strengthens your readiness and pulls your future closer. Understand this. Preparation is proof of expectation. When you prepare, you are telling the divine, I trust you. I know the promise is real. I am not waiting in doubt. I am waiting in readiness. The universe responds to expectation. And when your heart, your words, and your actions align in preparation, the transition becomes inevitable. Capricorn, walk through your current house with intention. Release what must go. Bless what must remain. Speak life into your future daily. Each step you take, each word you declare, is like laying down bricks on the path that leads you to the threshold of your new home. Your preparation is not wasted. It is the final step before your promise unfolds. Capricorn, listen closely. Your present house is not the final destination of your journey. The door to your next chapter is already unlocking, even if you cannot yet see the key turning. Every restless night, every longing in your spirit, every whisper in your soul has been pointing you toward this truth. You were never meant to stay here forever. And when you step across that threshold into your better home, you will finally understand why the waiting took so long, why the walls began to feel too small, and why your heart longed for something greater. The delays will make sense. The unanswered questions will become clear. What once felt like obstacles will reveal themselves as preparation, and you will see that every step has been leading you here. So Capricorn, type it one last time in the comments. My better home is coming. Let this be your seal, your agreement with heaven, your final declaration of faith. Say it boldly. Say it with conviction. Let it echo in your heart until the day your feet step across the doorway of that new place. And as you wait, hold on to this truth. You are not simply moving from one house to another. You are moving into destiny. You are walking into alignment with the life that has been waiting for you all along. Stay connected, Capricorn. Subscribe because more divine confirmations are waiting to meet you here. And always remember, what lies ahead is greater than what you are leaving behind. Your better home is not just coming, it is already prepared, and soon, it will be yours.